You're listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW LP Conroe and 106.1 KCCZ LP Conroe and worldwide at irlonestar.com.
Thanks for checking out the podcast and YouTube channel on Conroe Culture. Don't forget, we're live on Lone Star Community Radio every Monday at noon. Make sure to subscribe to the show on iTunes, Google Play, YouTube. Want more information? Visit the show page on irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture for past shows and learn how to sponsor the show.
Hello and welcome to Conroe Culture on Lone Star Community Radio. This is Montgomery County's community radio station from downtown Conroe. And you can listen in on Conroe's FM 104.5 and 106.1 and our city TV on Suddenlink Channel 12. Of course, you can go to irlonestar.com and listen from your computer or the app. I am Margie Taylor, Taylor Ice PR. And I am the host for this show that is every Monday at noon till 1. So today we're going to give you a few upcoming things that are happening around downtown Conroe here this week. And then we'll hear from, I have 3 guests on the show today. I have Rob Hamilton and Elizabeth West from the city of Conroe Parks and Recreation. And then in the second half, we will hear Janice Parish from Brownlee Jewelers. And so let's get rolling. Here we go. And it's not raining yet, but one never knows, do we? So, ready to go on this Motivational Monday. So tonight, as always, Jeremy Bankhead hosts the open mic as he does every Monday at the Corner Pub starting at 9. And Charles Peters will be at the Red Brick Tavern at 7:30. Hear Caleb and the Homegrown Tomatoes at the Red Brick Tavern, June 7th. Today is what? The 5th. Okay, so that would be Wednesday. Did you know that they have a new executive chef at the Red Brick Tavern? Yes, they do. So they have a lot of new items that aren't even on the menu. Of course, you probably heard that they have the best burger in town at the Burger Fest Throwdown that happened back in end of April, May. So that is called the BB King Burger, and their new executive chef is named David Ducart, and he has some amazing dishes. They have a Sunday brunch, and if you haven't been there, they have an egg dish with potatoes and chicken. They also have a breakfast pizza and a sandwich with fried egg, Swiss cheese, carrot top pesto, and a homemade truffle onion beer bun. So check it out. So this week starts the Summer Fun Art Exhibit with the Conroe Art League at the Madeley Building on Simonton, next to the Red Brick Tavern. Saturday is their monthly reception that the public is welcome to come and see from 5 to 8 p.m. So each month they have a new exhibit, and their focus is on summer fun. June 9th is Summer Poetry Night at 6 p.m. at Conroe Coffee, right next to the radio station here. And nobody's in there looking at us right yet, but they could be at any time. Don't turn around and look, Rob. So, also June 9th, Friday, catch the Hank and Patsy Show at the Historic Crichton Theater at 8 p.m. This show is all about the lives and music of the great music legends Patsy Cline and Hank Williams. So tickets are going fast, so if you want to go see this epic performance, the box office opens at 3 p.m. each day, or you can go online to thecrichtontheater.org to get your tickets. Be sure and get them before they sell out. The Corner Pub will have a Carbach takeover. Now, I'm not really sure what the Carbach takeover is, but I'm pretty sure it involves beer. So that much I know. But it starts at 8 p.m., and that is also Friday, June 9th, and they will have musical performances as well. So maybe it's all their new summer beers, but go by and check it out. Saturday, June 10th, stop by and see Allison Bayer of Clear Choice Acupuncture and Wellness on Thompson by Metcalf. She's celebrating 5 years of being in downtown Conroe, and that starts at 5 p.m. Go by and say hello and congratulate her on having a great business in downtown Conroe, which, of course, is the fastest growing city in the country. So, with that said, the Quarter Pub will have the music of Texas Johnny Boy at 9 p.m. Saturday with saxophone, harmonica, and a flute. Red Brick Tavern, you can go there and hear Summer Ashley, and she will be singing the blues. She is a native of Spring. July 7th is the premiere of Mary Poppins at the Crichton. I can't wait to see that. And the Owen Theater will premiere also on July 7th, 9 to 5, the musical. There is always something exciting going on in downtown Conroe. So, just a reminder, this is an hour-long show every Monday at noon till 1, all about things that are going on in Conroe and our surrounding county. And if you are a nonprofit or a small business or have an event coming up, connect with me on the Conroe Culture Facebook page, or you can go to irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture and find out other ways to connect with me. So my first guests today are Rob Hamilton. He's the manager of recreation operations. Is that right, Rob?
Correct.
And he's with the City of Conroe, Parks and Rec. And sitting right next to him is Elizabeth West, who is responsible for all of the events in the City of Conroe. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
How's your morning going?
Wonderful. We're here.
I know, and I'm so excited. So, how long have you been with the City of Conroe, Rob?
I'm starting my 14th year.
14th year, wow. So has it changed since you started? The City of Conroe.
Oh, absolutely, because, naturally the population has grown significantly, and our resources have grown significantly in a lot of our special events. So, we've seen a lot of changes and a lot more demand for services, our programs, our activities, the memberships at our centers, and the special events.
And is it twice a year that you publish the book, the playbook?
Well, we actually do that 3 times a year.
3 times a year.
It's called the Playbook. It's a seasonal publication. It comes out in December for January, May, and then it comes out in April for May through August, and then again in first part of August for September through December. And it's a complete listing of all the information about the Aquatic Center, Rec Center, Oscar Johnson Jr. Community Center, all of our programs at those centers, programs in the parks, park information, and all of our special events.
You have a lot going on in the City of Conroe, and I'm glad you're here so that you can inform people. I mean, you just had last Thursday, the first Thursday concert, and you had Kids Fest, which is a free celebration that you do for kids, families, and all that, the end of April, correct?
Yes.
And you also have a Christmas celebration that you do, of course, at Christmas time in December, that's free with the parade, right, Elizabeth?
Yes.
What else do you guys do? What other kind of special events? I know there's so many.
There's a lot. Most of our events are all free, as you said, free fun. We just finished up movies in May. Every Friday night in May, we held a movie at Heritage Place that was free. We've also got, in the fall, we have quite a few events. We've got a Kid Fish event. We have our Trick or Treat Trail. That event is really growing. This year it's going to be on October 21st. And then we also do a Turkey Trot 5K in November. And then December we've got the Conroe Christmas Celebration and Parade.
A lot of fun stuff.
A lot of stuff.
I mean, there's always something going on. And people can they should be able to pick up this playbook at lots of locations. They have it at City Hall too, don't they? Do they have it at City Hall? So a lot of places, a lot of the merchants around town have it. And you can also go online to the City of Conroe. And, one of the top headers talks about Parks and Recreation, has the drop down where you can find all the activities also. So the really neat thing is that you have ongoing things for all ages, from young kids through seniors this summer as well. So I want to get back with that in just a minute. We're going to talk about the summer programs. And I'm Margie Taylor, and this is Conroe Culture News, and we'll be right back.
We are looking for sponsors. Do you want to partner with Conroe Culture? Contact us on irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture for current rates and statistics of our listenership.
Hello, we are back. I am Margie Taylor, your host for Conroe Culture from downtown Conroe on Lone Star Community Radio, FM 104.5, 106.1. And if you're just now listening, I am speaking with Rob Hamilton and Elizabeth West of the City of Conroe about all the fun activities they have with the Parks and Recreation. And now we're going to focus on summer. You have some programs that just started this week, right?
Well, today is actually the first official day of summer in the Parks and Recreation calendar. So today we started our day camps. We have about 300 children enrolled in our summer day camps. We run 12 weeks, Monday through Friday. Each week is a session, all planned activities. We have a site at the Oscar Johnson Jr. Community Center and at the Activity Center across the street from the Rec Center. Then we have a teen program and a counselor and training program. So we run about 300 children a day, 300 plus.
So they can still register if they haven't started this week for the following week, or how does that work?
That's one of our more popular programs, and right now we have a wait list going on until we're deep into the summer. Once we start registration, things move pretty quickly and the sessions filling up. Now we also start today our Learn to Swim program, and that's a 3-week session, Monday through Thursday, and we have about 350 children enrolled in the Learn to Swim program, and we will start another session in July, and then run another third session in August. So if anyone is interested in doing that, they need to probably go to the Learn to Swim evaluations held prior to registration, and then find out which class they're actually registering for, and then enroll their child in the Learn to Swim.
So do they need to start swimming first in the pool? Do you test them so they know what level they're at? How does that work?
The Learn to Swim evaluation, which actually, funny you asked, because it's coming up June 10th and 17th. Those are both Saturdays, and they're at the Aquatic Center. And it's just simply a skill test,
right,
to see what a child can or cannot do. And then from that point, the evaluators will instruct the parent as to what class the child should be placed in, and so they know what class to register.
That's great.
For.
So that's very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you also have many other programs going on right now. You have a music program that starts this week, some kind of a music camp?
Well, it's called Multi-Arts Camp, and that involves the spectrum of the arts, whether it be the visual or the musically inclined or the performing arts. So that takes place at the Owen Theater, and that did start today, but there will be another session in July of that same camp.
So that's for the kids to try their creativeness, through all different kinds of artistic ways, music, drama, designing sets, things like that, artistic abilities.
Right.
That's a great opportunity.
Painting, drawing, modeling.
That camp actually concludes with a student performance. So all through the week they are learning about costuming, stage makeup, vocals, prop set, and the basics of acting.
I love that. I mean, these are things you don't normally have an opportunity to explore and see if you have an interest in it.
We've got 3 fantastic instructors that run that: Terry Wood, Judy Lanza, and Ivy Brown, all with many years' experience in the field of arts and cultural.
Yes, Terry Woods is very experienced, and not only is involved in the plays that go on at the Owen Theater, but other opportunities to teach kids, educate them on the arts. So you also, on the other end, have athletic programs, right? You have a track and field.
We are registering at this time for our youth track and field. It's a very successful program. We usually have about 30 or 40 children on that program. It is a very grassroots track and field program. We participate in a meet schedule with the Texas Amateur Athletic Federation, Region 1 out of in Houston. Many of our meets are somewhere in Conroe, but Deer Park, LaPorte, Baytown, Texas City, places like that. And if your child has never been involved in a track and field type program, this is an excellent way to get started your child with that program and see where it takes them. It's very grassroots. It's just summer oriented. We're starting practice now. It will conclude by the end of July.
And that's for all ages.
All ages, six up.
Eight
No,
to
actually
18.
eight. Yeah.
8 to 18, I think I read. But that's still close. You know, so that's like, what, is that second grade through high school, something like that?
Second, third grade.
Something like that. So running, track and field, all of that. So, you know, on the other end of it, you have other classes that are going on. You have an artist class, young Rembrandts. You have dance classes for kids. And you have a safe sitter program. Tell me about that.
The Safe Sitter program gets young teenagers, preteens ready to babysit. And our next one is going to be Saturday, June 24th.
Okay, so that's upcoming. And does that get them some kind of a certification that they can show parents that they've been through some training?
Yes.
And when to call 911 and things like that, what to watch
Exactly.
for when you're watching kids?
That program, it's an all-day class, and the instructor there is very thorough. We have a booklet that we're actually work with the Safe Sitter program. That's a nationwide program, and they will get a manual that they go through. So it's a very organized, detailed class that once they complete it, they should be very prepared to go and begin
Watch over kids.
babysitting. Yeah.
That's a big responsibility.
Absolutely.
And it's highly recommended that before you have your neighbor watch the kids, that they've been through some kind of training to know what to do, because that's the reason you don't leave the kids alone, right? Because you want somebody that's responsible to be able to know how to handle any situation. So, I mean, there are just so many different classes and things you have. And you also have things, I know you have the pool, and you have all different levels. And what else do you have going on in the pool? Don't you have another program besides swim lessons going on there?
We have a multitude of programs that are going on. We've got lap swim, recreational swim, water exercise, learn to swim, swim development, swim team, learn to dive camps. So just whatever you can think of.
Dive camps, that's cool.
That's aquatic
We
based.
could have the new Olympic winners here.
Excuse me. There actually is a young lady that's working out there that could very well get an invitation to the Olympics this coming go around.
One to watch for.
Yes.
Good.
But yeah, the water park right now is probably the biggest thing that that learn to swim, because in summertime parents see that we're near a lake, we've got backyard pools, people are in the pool. Mm-hmm. Parents want to get their kids in a learn to swim program. We talked a little bit about that earlier, but also our water park. Now that water park runs 7 days a week. We're open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Saturdays and Sunday, 1 to 6 p.m. Admission is gained through either a membership to the Rec or Aquatic Center, or it's a $7 daily admission per person.
And your membership is based on whether you're a resident of Conroe or not, right?
Well, the fees are based on whether you're a resident or a non-resident, and that's how we base it. A non-resident, for any of our memberships or our fee-based programs, it will always be 125% of the resident rate. The other benefit of being a resident is that whenever we do registration for activities and programs, they get a 1 week prior advance opportunity to register before non-residents do.
Well, that's nice. So, don't you have movies in the pool too?
Well, this Friday, we've got Flick and Float. It's coming up on June 7th. It's a Friday. And the movie that we're showing is called Finding Dory. And the start time is about 7 o'clock, darkish. It's in the educational pool. It is $5 per person to get in. If anybody would like more information about that, call the Aquatic Center at 522-3930.
Okay. And then on the other spectrum, you have classes for older adults. And what are some of those programs?
We do offer adult dance, would be like lessons. Right now they're doing it 1-day workshops. So the next one coming up will be this Sunday. They'll be learning the cha-cha.
That's fun.
And then we also offer weekly dances, senior dances. This
How old is the senior?
60 and up.
60 and up. Oh, God.
So we've got one. We've got a dance this Saturday. It's June 10th, and those are from 6 to 9:30, and it's $5 per person when you get there.
Are those pretty well attended?
Oh yeah.
Usually anywhere from 150 to 170.
Wow.
60 plus will show.
That's great.
We have a live
Great.
band that comes
That's
to play.
nice.
So yeah, they have a good time.
Do they have to give notice if, like, do they have to sign up or anything like that?
No, there's no advanced registration. You just show up and
Bring your partner
bring
or
your,
not?
Yeah, bring a partner. Some do, some don't.
Yeah.
It's at the activity center.
Yeah, just bring
Sounds fun.
your dancing shoes.
Okay, well, I'm not eligible yet. just throwing that out there. Okay, so tell me about the other activities that you have going on, Elizabeth, as far as special events, since you are the special event coordinator.
Well, right now, through the rest of the summer, we've got our first Thursday free concert series happening. The first Thursday through September. So we just wrapped up the June one last week. So in July, on July 6th, we have Blue Edmondson coming. That's the headliner. And opening for him is Aaron Copeland. So that's always a good good
How
event.
was your attendance last week?
It wasn't bad. I mean, it did rain earlier in the day last Thursday, so
But it didn't rain during the concert.
it did not. It ended up being nice weather out there. So
It did.
we still got a good crowd.
Yeah, we had the farmers market at the same time, and people always want to know, well, is it going to rain? Well, if I knew that, I don't know, maybe I'd have another job. But it rained like at 3 o'clock for about 2 minutes, and then it stopped. And so do you also open that back gate too, or is that closed for people to come in, or is it just through the front entrance?
It's just through the front. If we're expecting a really large crowd, we will open that back one.
And you have food trucks out there too, right?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, so, you can go there, enjoy a free concert, bring your chairs, bring your
We've
towels,
got,
your blankets.
Inflatables for the kids also.
That's
so-
wonderful. I think we'll be maybe moving the farmer's market out that way too. So, hey, get some produce, get some items, and then listen to a free concert. So what else is coming up besides the concerts and the movies? What else is on your agenda going forward?
Well, on Saturday, June 10th, we've got a swim development workshop, and as I mentioned earlier, the Learn to Swim skill evaluations. We've got summer school day camp. A lot of parents think that just because their kids might have to go to summer school that they won't get to go to camp. But we are offering a camp at summer school here locally. It's at Bosman Intermediate. And when summer school ends, they can go transition right into camp, so they don't have to worry about the kids not having a place to go when they're done with summer school. We've got adult dance lessons on June 11th and 18th. The Young Rembrandt's art class is starting up June 19th. Safe Sitters June 24th. Nutrition 101 classes start June 23rd. Those are on Fridays.
And who's that for? What age group?
That's I would consider that probably teen
Adults?
to adult. Yeah.
Okay.
And our Learn to Swim class registration will start June 26th. So that's it. That pretty much, well, no, actually gymnastics will start on June 26th. And then, one event that I do want to point out too is our world's largest swim lesson will occur on June 22nd. That's a Thursday morning, and it's at 10 o'clock. what we do is we participate in a worldwide so that on that particular day, across the world, around the world, everybody is at the same time. Everybody is doing a swim lesson. So there will literally be millions of kids, hopefully, in the water and getting a short lesson on water safety and some basic stroke. And it's a lot of fun. Last year we had probably about 250 kids in the
And you've done
event.
this for several years, right?
Yeah, this is about our 4th or 5th year, I think, doing this. So.
Well, of course, with Conroe being the largest growing city, you've got to be a participant in the world's largest swim lessons. So, and then next month is National Parks and Recreation Month, right? Are you doing anything special for that, or letting people know that it's important to get involved in parks and recreation, or what do you have planned?
Yeah, we're just challenging everyone. This month, the theme for the National Parks and Rec Month is to get your play on. So we're just encouraging everyone to get their play on with the local Parks and Rec, whether that be with summer camp, adult sports, Zumba, playing on the playground.
Get involved.
Yeah, parks and play go hand in hand.
So, as a reminder, you guys put on the Kids Fest. You participate in the Catfish Festival, the Christmas celebration, and the Christmas tree lighting that comes before that. What else? Am I missing anything? The concerts in the park. I mean, it's just ongoing activities.
It's about something every month. Free events that we put on. So yeah, we've got
many.
A lot of
So
stuff.
if I want to get more information about all these events and stuff like that free concert, where would I go to get that sort of information?
Go to cityofconroe.org/parks.
Or you can follow us on Facebook. Conroe
yes.
Parks and Rec.
Perfect.
I like to share a lot of things on the Experience Downtown Conroe Facebook page, so I'm always meandering to see what you have going on. So thank you, both of you, for coming on the show, and we will have a podcast of this show available tomorrow. So you can hear yourselves and you can share it, and anybody who wants to rehear it again of some of the ongoing activities with the City of Conroe Parks and Rec, please listen to that. So, yes, sir, Rob, you had one more thing.
One more thing. I do want to suggest that people can register online for our programs. And to do that, and to get the resident rate for those fee-based programs, you must first come into one of the centers and bring your photo ID with your correct residence on it. And then from that point, we can establish you in our web-based registration program that you are a resident. So that allows you to register during the resident period and also gives you the resident rate. You can be a resident and not register during the resident time or pay the resident fee, but the system simply doesn't allow you to until the non-resident opens. So it's very important for those folks who want to skip the lines at the center and register online that they go down and they get their resident approval rate so they can get their resident based fee, and also they're able to register online a week ahead of the non-resident.
And where do they do that again?
The Recreation Center is located at 1203 Candy Cane Lane. It's the C.K. Ray Recreation Center. The Aquatic Center is right next door at 1205 Candy Cane Lane, and the Oscar Johnson Jr. Community Center is located at 100 Park Place.
And you know all this by heart because you worked there for so long.
For so long.
Thank you both for coming on the show today. And up next, we will hear from Janice Parish of Brownlee Jewelers. I'm Margie Taylor, Conroe Culture.
Don't forget, Conroe Culture is live online at irlonestar.com and Conroe's FM 104.5 and 106.1 every Monday at 12 p.m. Be a guest, be a sponsor. Just contact us online at irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture.
And we are back. Haven't decided if this is going to be partly sunny, mostly cloudy. All I know is it's not raining, so I guess that's a blessing. So let's go forward with this Monday and make it rock. So now my next guest is Janice Parish of Brownlee Jewelers. Good morning, afternoon, Janice.
Good morning, Margie.
It's up to you. So you've been a mainstay of downtown Conroe for a few years.
Just a few.
Just
yes,
a few
yes.
years. So
Wonderful years.
you know a lot about what's going on in downtown Conroe and have for how long?
Well, I've been there since 1981 at my corner of 201 Simonton Street there in Conroe at Brownlee Jewelers. So
That's
quite
amazing.
some time.
That's really an accomplishment.
Thank you.
I don't know what I've done except live for that long, to be quite honest. So you basically are the expert in jewelry, in the jewelry business. You're the person to go to. And isn't this the oldest jewelry store in Conroe for sure? Is it in Montgomery County? Is it the oldest jewelry store?
I believe we are the oldest jewelry store. We started in 1932, so that would make us 85 years in continuous business. And we've been right here in Conroe, downtown Conroe, all those years. So we've seen a lot of changes.
Yes.
A lot of changes. And now it's just so wonderful to see all the activities and the rebuild pretty much that downtown Conroe has had, especially over the last 10, 15 years.
Well, and then they have the Historical Commission with Larry Forrester that comes out, and some of these buildings, because they've been there for so long, get that sanction to be commissioned historical marker.
Yes.
And there's been quite a few. I know that Shepherd's, I believe, is the oldest barbershop in the state of Texas, and they did that, I think, a couple of years ago. That was commissioned. And then over by the Madeley building had recently a commission also. So you've been there a long time. So how did it start? It started as Brownlee Pharmacy?
Well, Mr. Brownlee Sr. was a pharmacist, and he was across the street in the building across the street from where we are now. And his son, which was my boss, Pinky Brownlee, when he came back from the war, the jewelry counter had started over there. And so it just expanded, and then we moved across the street from that building a few years later. So we have been in the building that we're in. But my boss was Mr. Brownlee Jr. because the senior Brownlees had passed but by the time I had got there in 81. Unfortunately, I never got the opportunity to meet them, but I certainly loved their son as my mentor.
Mm-hmm.
He was wonderful. He really gave me some great opportunities. And now, here I am representing Brownlee Jewelers as the owner, which is it's a blessing. It certainly is for me.
Well, a lot of people don't know, and I know that this was published in the Conroe Courier, so maybe they read it, is that you started there when you graduated from Conroe High School.
Yes, I did. I was born and raised right here in Conroe, so I'm a native Conroeite. I went to school at Conroe and graduated in 81. Needed a job, walked in the door. Mr. Brownlee interviewed me and said, "See you on Monday." And so I was there, gladly there, and have been there ever since. So it was
So you've been
wonderful.
there 36 years, graduating from high school.
Yes.
That is remarkable.
Yes.
And you've learned a lot of different things along the way.
Oh, absolutely. Mr. Brownlee allowed me to go to the Gemological Institute of America in California and get my degree in gemology, which included diamonds and diamond grading and colored stones and colored identification. So it was...
That's good technical training.
Absolutely. In this day and time, you really have to know your way around what you're selling, and in order to do that, you need training, whether it's at the bench where we do bench work, or in the gym lab where I do my appraisal work and grade diamonds and things like that. To be able to sell to someone that's looking for someone that can advise them on a good purchase and what they need to be, where they can, what type of grading the stone would require to pay a certain price for it.
So do you do all of this there at the store?
Yes, of course. Yes, we do. We have an insurance appraisal service. Anybody that needs to have their jewelry appraised, we can certainly do that for them.
And then you shop for different diamonds and other gemstones yourself?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Whenever a customer comes in and they have a certain budget that they want to meet, especially in bridal, a lot of times it is an investment, and at an early
Definitely.
age, yeah.
Sure, absolutely.
So you need to have someone that you feel you can trust. And I certainly hope that whenever they walk into Brownlee's, they feel welcome and that they can trust us to give them the best price and advise them, in which direction they need to go on all the way around the diamond.
And you also repair jewelry there as well?
Yes, we do jewelry repair. We do watch repair. We do batteries. We do all kinds of things at Brownlee's.
You're a full-service jewelry shop for everyone in the family. I know I have shopped there.
Yes, I have,
many times.
I have put a beautiful garnet ring in your
Yes.
father's ring that you're
Yes.
wearing right now.
I know.
So that makes
And
me
I love
happy.
it. I wear it every day.
Makes me real
So,
happy.
and to that end, you do a lot of creative custom work. You can take antiques that somebody had from their mother, their grandmother, and then change it up, personalize it a little bit so that they're still holding on to
Right. You still
that
have all the
piece.
parts. You have all the parts, all the stones, everything. It's just recreated into a new design. And some people don't realize that you can do that, but you certainly can when you bring those pieces in that you probably would never wear yourself or even pass down. You want to combine it into a new design. Then that's where the fun begins, because we sit down and we start drawing and we come up with a beautiful design, and then we carve a wax, and then once all the stones are measured, as far as their size and everything, then it's kind of a pattern to get started, and then we go into wax carving and casting the piece, and
Wow.
it's wonderful to see a finished piece go from paper to the real deal. And so many people are just thrilled whenever they get those pieces because they can pass them down, to someone special.
Well, and going back to the real deal, like you mentioned, you are the real deal.
Oh,
I mean,
thank you.
you've been there for 36 years in that corner over there. You've gone through life, marriage, children, things like that. And I'm sure you have some of the same customers that have been seeing you for many years. And you have stories, and I mean, you're authentic. You can do the whole thing. You can repair, you can change it up. You have things for the babies, the graduates, the weddings, the special occasion, Father's Day, Mother's Day, Christmas. I mean, anytime you would want to look for jewelry or a keepsake item, hopefully they will think of you because you're the real deal.
Well, thank you.
You want to trust in somebody. When you go to a jeweler, I have seen that you don't necessarily want to go to a franchise. You want to go to someone you can build a relationship with.
Absolutely, and that's what we've done over the years. I have customers that come in with their grandchildren, and grandmothers that I remember were shopping there whenever I first started, or, their daughters. And so it is a family tradition, and we're very proud of that.
So we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back, and I want to hear about some of your client stories and what you enjoy most. I am Margie Taylor, Taylorized PR, and the host for Conroe Culture from Lone Star Community Radio in downtown Conroe.
Don't forget to download the Lone Star Community Radio app from your Google Play or Apple Store. Bring Montgomery County's community radio with you anywhere with your smartphone or tablet. If you are in the Conroe area, tune in on FM. That's Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1. If you are on the computer, bookmark irlonestar.com as your internet radio station. A Lone Star Community Radio. Broadcasting 24/7 from the heart of downtown Conroe, Texas.
And we are back. I'm Margie Taylor, Taylorized PR, and the talk show here is Conroe Culture. If you want to be on this show as a guest, hey, hook me up. Come to Conroe Culture on Facebook or go to irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture, and you will be able to contact me. So we are here today in this not raining Monday yet with Janice Parish of Brownlee Jewelers. Janice is the owner and operator of Brownlee Jewelry Store on the corner of Simonton and Main in downtown Conroe. She has been there quite a long time, but you know what's really nice is you can go in there and just talk to Janice, and she's a friend. She's very down to earth. She can help you with whatever you ever coming in the store for. What you know, whether it's something for yourself, something you want to change up from a family heirloom. Whatever the reason is, she can help you. Whether it's even to get a watch, a new battery, or repair a piece of jewelry. I go in there a lot, actually. So, Janice, in the years that you've been there, you've had different, you were saying, different family members come in that you've seen. Tell me a really good story of something that's happened to you. Do you have one that stands out in your mind? Anything that you can think of? Do you have any family members that come in and see you a lot?
I have a lot of family members that come in. I think the one that really comes to my mind is Mrs. Millie Scott. I know in Conroe, a lot of people know Mrs. Scott. She is the sweetest person ever. Her husband, Bruce Scott, was the pharmacist that bought the pharmacy
Brownlees.
from the Brownlee
Yeah.
family. And Mrs. Millie still comes in. And now she's getting a little older, and she's not able to walk real well. So what she'll do is she'll call me, and she'll say, Janice, I'm going to come down with all my stuff. I want you to take a look at it. So she'll call me, and she'll say, can you meet me out front? I'll say, of course I can meet you out front, Millie. You know, anytime you just call us, and we'll come meet you out front, and we'll take your jewelry, and, you know, we'll take real good care of it. And she says, Miss Janice, I know you will. And it's just very comforting to know that you know, I knew her when I first started there, and she was a vibrant lady and was just wheeling and dealing. And now I can help her in her older age, and it makes me feel good to do that.
That's nice.
Thank you.
And they bought the pharmacy back in 1951.
Yes, they did.
Is that where
from
Hilson's
Senior.
Design is?
No, that's where the corner pub is right now.
Oh, the corner pub.
Mhm, that's the building that we were originally
Does she
in.
just say wow now when she sees that it's the corner pub?
Yeah, she does. She does.
Sure she does.
But
Funny.
she's happy that downtown is growing and everything is, you know, everything's happening downtown now. And people are wanting to come down here as a destination. And I think she's very happy about that. And it, you know, Miss Scott, she's a super, super lady. And whatever it takes to make her happy, we're going to do.
Well, that's good. And that's actually your attitude about everything. You're always smiling. You're always, you know, people get greeted very nicely when they come in your store. You stop whatever you're doing to help them out. You always have time to do that.
Well, that's
and
the way
you're very involved in the downtown, the Conroe Downtown Area Association. If people don't know, there's a group of people that are merchants downtown that gather and plan the activities for what's going to happen in downtown. And then it all goes towards beautification and other things for downtown, correct?
Absolutely. You know, we work hard to think of things that can bring people down so they can enjoy our beautiful downtown area the way that we do every day.
Of course, we just had the music festival.
Yes,
And that was a
that
big
was
deal. That was
absolutely
really big.
wonderful.
And you were actually involved with coordinating volunteers.
Yes, Debbie Kruger and we were co-chairs, and we were in charge of getting volunteers. And we met some really super nice people that just wanted to be a part of something new. And hopefully, you know, it'll be something that we'll do for many, many years.
So the reason I bring that up, because it shows how you're connected to the community, you know, and I think as a business person that you need to be connected to the community that you do business in, you know, because it's just smart, you know,
Absolutely.
it grows relationships. So they can connect with you or of course they can always come by your shop. What is the formal address of it?
It's 201 Simonton Street, Conroe, Texas.
And it's right there on the corner of Simonton and Main, right down from the courthouse on the east side of the courthouse.
Right. Our door opens up to the courthouse square. We have the beautiful Crichton Theater on the east side of our building. So.
And they can also call you at 936-756-2751.
Right.
They can go to your website and see the different services that you offer at brownleejewelryconroe.com.
Yeah, it's Brownlee Jewelers, Conroe.com.
I spelled it wrong.
Yeah.
And you have a Facebook page, too.
I do. We try to stay involved and try to get out new information for the store as often as we can.
So you will be posting an upcoming event soon, providing knowledge about, how to shop for, let's say, pearls or diamonds or something like that. That could be an ongoing thing. Do you have to take any other classes or anything as a jeweler? I was just curious.
It's a good idea to take some updates every now and then. My degree in gemology is one that I use every single day, and there are some refresher courses, but I feel like as much interaction that I get with my customers
You're
and my
working
reps.
it daily.
Yeah, I'm hoping I'm staying up to date. That's for
Yes.
sure.
Well,
Absolutely.
people need to come by and see you. At least say hi and say
Yes.
they heard you on the radio.
Oh,
So that would be nice.
That would be wonderful. Everybody's welcome. We love our customers, and when you walk into Brownlee's, you can certainly be assured that we're going to take care of you and that you can trust us and everything that we do as far as your jewelry, because we know how special it is.
And it is. So this is Janice Parish from Brownlee Jewelers on the corner of Main and Simonton. Go by and see her. She's in historic downtown Conroe. You ought to come down here and just take a walk. There's so many things going on in downtown Conroe. Of course, the radio station, the Crichton, the Owen, the restaurants, the Conroe Coffee right next door. If you're sitting in there, you can see into the radio station, any time of day, and see some of the guests that are on the radio station. So we appreciate our guests today. And if you would like to get involved, you can always call me too at 936-828-6881. Go to irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture and see about upcoming shows or some of the other podcasts. Next Monday, June 12th, we will hear from the new owners of the Blackwood Gun Club on FM 2854 in Conroe. And I will have a couple of guests from a nonprofit organization called TEACH. And that is transforming education and changing history with educating students to solve global problems. That sounds really huge. So hope you've enjoyed the show today. I'd love to hear from you. Contact me via Facebook at Conroe Culture News Radio or by email at margie@tayloricepr.com. Thanks for listening. Have a great Monday.
You're listening to Conroe Culture on FM 104.5 and 106.1 with your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR. Live streaming on irlonestar.com every Monday at noon. Connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter via Conroe Culture.
Thanks for checking out this podcast of Lone Star Community Radio, Montgomery County's community radio station. If you enjoyed this recording, make sure to check out our past shows online at irlonestar.com or their respective video or podcast formats on YouTube, Google Play, or iTunes. If you have any questions regarding the show, either it being about sponsorships or questions for the host, contact the station manager at dick@irlonestar.com or call the station at 936-647-3776. This show is recorded in downtown Conroe, Texas, at the Lone Star Community Radio Studios, and Lone Star Community Radio reserves all rights to this recording and images.